Look what it is. It's tomato row again. Now, it's not 4 units like it was the last time, but these two are just fine. I've got 4 tomato plants going. These two are Orange Hat Dwarf Tomatoes from Baker Creek. And over here, this one up front, this guy is a Micro Tom, and this guy is a Mini Bell. Also, I'm using the AG for the light for my succulent there, and my succulents back there. They really like the AG light, and in fact, I've been thinking about buying the cacti seeds from Baker Creek just to give it a try and see if I can start my own cactus plants. Also in here are a couple of broccoli starts. That's the purple sprouting broccoli. So things look great in these 2 units. No complaints. So a little more about these plants, these tomatoes. They were started on New Year's of 2020, so January 1st, 2021, New Year's of 2021. And today's date is February 7th. So these are about a month old, a little over a month old. They've been getting nothing but Aerogarden nutrients every 2 weeks as the machines tell me to do so. Sorry about that. Here is a sucker I took off of my tomato plant that's growing in a bounty. We'll head over there in a little bit. But I'm going to try, it's already rooted, I believe. We'll see. I don't know. I think it's rooted though because the leaves look great. This here happened because the plant had reached the bounty light that I had this in, which is also why I took the cutting. Ooh, yikes. So that's what that is. That's a Wherokowhai tomato, and I believe I got the seeds from M.I. Gardner. It's a dwarf, is it? It's definitely a determinate variety. And that takes care of everything up here. In this unit, I have a bunch of lettuces started. I don't remember what date I started them. It wasn't too long ago, but they're doing just fine. These are black seeded Simpson, and the seeds I got from, what is it, Walmart, and I think the name of the company is called American Seed, the brand of the seeds that I got. So these are the black seeded Simpson. They're doing really good in here. And it looks like everything germinated, even this one, but it just died. The light was too strong on it. At any rate, looking good, looking good. In this unit, this is my kitchen unit. This one has a pepper in it. These pepper plants are killing me, you guys. I started these, all 3 of them, on October 6th of 2020, and these should have been gave me some peppers by now, but obviously they're not. Some flowers started happening on this one, and so I slowed my roll because I was about ready to pull it and just start something else. because, you know, this many months is a long time to put into a pepper plant and not get anything, you know. It is, I trimmed it quite a bit. Whenever I did my last video, Little Tech Girl, I think her name is, I'll put a link, or yeah, a link to her YouTube in the description. But I was, you know, talking about how I wasn't getting any production on my pepper plants, and I was, you know, out of ideas and frustrated and whatever else. And she suggested that I go ahead and trim it up and try to force some new growth. And I thought, what a great suggestion. So all of my pepper plants got a stay of execution behind her suggestion. Again, if you'd like to check out her YouTube channel, she has a bunch of Aerogardens too, and obviously she has some decent ideas. So we'll see what happens. I think this is probably the only thing I can do for now. But so I took probably a third of the plant off. You know, I think it's fine because I'm already seeing some new growth coming in. And so this plant has another probably 2 weeks with me. We'll see what happens. And then we'll go from there. So thank you for the suggestion, Little Tech. Was greatly appreciated, and I hope it works. Here is another one of the pepper plants that I am not getting any production off of, or so I thought. Again, I was ready to rip this bad boy out and start something new, and then I noticed we got one. And there's lots of flowers here, so this plant is also going to get a stay of execution. I'm going to try to see that plant to maturity. And then I see also some others coming in on the inside there. I can't really point them out to you, but just trust me, there's some peppers coming in behind that leaf there. Anywho, so this plant is safe for the time being. It's safe because of this tiny little pepper. I don't know what kind it is. Again, it's probably a habanada or a jalapeno. But we'll find out if the plant makes it to maturity. So wish me luck. I did the same thing with this pepper that I was telling you about with the other, using Little Tech's advice. I went ahead and I trimmed back a lot of the plant. And some new growth was coming in, so I think that was a good thing. That was a great suggestion. If anybody else has any more suggestions for me, feel free to leave them in the comments. I do read them, and I don't get many, so it's not a big deal to check those. They're much appreciated because I don't know what I'm doing. More often than not, everything I'm growing is just an experiment because I don't keep good notes. And, you know, I get antsy and I start moving things around and blah, blah, blah. But this might actually work out for me. I'm so excited to have that pepper. That gave me a little smile. Over here, I still got my herbs going on. The sage is doing great. I've decided that I'm going to make some smudge sticks, so the sage will be perfect for that. Got some parsley to trim off here, but parsley's looking really good, healthy. And then the lettuce leaf basil looks amazing back there, and it tastes great too. I'm so happy with that. I can't wait to grow that outside. And there's nothing else in this unit. It just gets the same Aerogarden nutrients every 2 weeks or whatever it tells me. I'm not doing anything special to them. I've trimmed a lot off of the sage and the parsley. I've only taken cuttings from the basil. I mean, I ate a couple leaves too, but that's what the growth looks like in an Aerogarden thus far. I thought it was supposed to get bigger than that because the pictures I saw, it was as big as people's hands, and we're getting there. We're getting there. I'm about halfway there. Smells amazing. Over here we have my glorious Coleus plant. You guys saw this one in the video last week, or no, 2 weeks ago. I took cuttings off of it to bring it down because it was touching the light, much like it is now, and already it needs to be trimmed back again. So I'm going to be doing that here relatively soon, but it's doing fantastic. And I'm quite pleased. It's sitting next to my bed. Hi, honey. It's sitting next to my bed, and I love waking up to like that vibrant color every morning. It's just really nice. Over here is that Wherokowhai tomato that I said I was taking the cuttings from. It's a nice big plant, but look what's happening. All of my flowers are just dropping off. I don't know what causes that. That looks like a double blossom there. So it makes me very glad that I took some cuttings. So here's another one down here. I just threw it in an empty hole here and it sprouted roots. Lots and lots of roots. Like I said, it is touching the light, so I will be cutting basically from here up off this plant, because the light doesn't go any higher than that. And on top of there, I'm just starting some microgreen seeds. All right, so I believe that's my last Aerogarden. Oh, I didn't mention, I got the seeds from My Gardener for this, and it just uses the Aerogarden nutrients every 2 weeks, like I'm told to do. So that's my gardens right now, my Aerogardens. I'm going to be planting up another one here pretty soon. I have 2 that are empty, and then I have one in my office that is growing tomatoes. I'm planning on putting more lettuce in this other Aerogarden that I'm going to start in this week sometime. But you know, things change. You never know. I might do something else. Who knows? So if you didn't have enough, I'm going to give some bonus footage like last time and show you guys my other hydroponic systems that aren't Aerogarden. So stick around if you're interested. So in here I have these DWC systems. They have you know, the pumps for the water to them, and then they have, I believe, 11 spots for food. And I just have these lights that I bought off of Amazon. I also got these units off of Amazon. I think they were about $25 a piece. And then the lights I got here were about the same. They seem to be working great, especially for the green wave mustards over here. They're looking really good. There's 3 plants, So there's one in the front, one in the middle, and one in the back. And then in this unit, there's that center one there is pink celery. I'm trying to start. I've started, I don't even know, 25 pink celery seeds. I just can't get it past a certain point, but I'm not giving up. And then the rest of these pods over on this side are either more of the green wave mustard or red giant mustards. Looking at those mustards is making me hungry. All right, over here is my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Black Eye Susan vine. Ever since I gave it that new light, this guy right here, look at this. It exploded. This is exactly how I imagined it would look. Isn't that gorgeous? So I got this unit off of Amazon, and I believe it was a deal of the day at the time. I want to say I paid like $69 for it, and it was regularly like $89. I will try and post the link in the description box. I'm just using Aerogarden nutrients in this. It has 3 planting sites, so 1, 2, and 3 over here. It has this here so you can monitor how much water is in there. And then there's a plug down here. I don't know if I could show it to you. Yeah. See that plug? That goes to a pump that's inside of there. So it does come with a pump, but it doesn't come with supplemental light. So you get this unit, you gotta find light for it. In fact, I was thinking, because today I came in here with my light measure, because the sun has been intense for the past couple days, and I'm thinking for the next couple days, while they said it's going to be sunny, I don't actually need to run my my alternative light here. There is plenty coming in through this window, this dirty window. But you guys, I cannot tell you how special it is to walk into my kitchen and just see all these flowers. Just it's the camera isn't doing it justice, but I'm not going to keep going on about this. Over here, this isn't like a special hydro system. This is just a little something I rigged up so I could have things in the window to use some vertical space. So just buy these things from like Home Depot or something. I think I got it from Home Depot. And then I tighten it up around regular old ball jars, fill them with water, and then that's how I root all my cuttings. So as you can see, there's some Coleus cuttings in here, and then another one of those tomato cuttings. And everything's rooting up. It works great. Over here, no, this isn't a DWC system, but it is an Aerogarden. So I planted, I don't know what the timeline was. I think I planted peas in this first, and then they didn't come up, and I guess in the time that I thought they should have come up. And so then I threw some of these purple Teepee beans in just to see if it would work, and it did. Well, the Teepee beans came up first, as evidenced by the difference in the size of the plants, and then the peas came in behind it. I was gonna pull all the peas out, but then they started flowering. And so, if you can look over here, I've got peas coming in. Not many, but I got them. You see, so there's a couple there. Same over here on this plant. But the real show in this is obviously the purple teepee beans. I got the seeds from Baker Creek. This gets watered with plain water. So tap water at that. Sometimes it sits, but yeah, I'm not doing anything special for this plant at all, and it's doing great. I'm guessing that the soil must have been in pretty good shape. I'm not sure. I don't even remember where I got it from. This is just a dollar store trash can. Nothing special. Not especially deep, but not super shallow either. Longer than my hand. Probably about as long as my forearm. Anyway, so check out these beans, you guys. First of all, they're gorgeous. And they have not stopped producing. So in the last video, I think I showed you guys, there was a set that had came in over here. There were like 5 or 6 beans there. I went ahead and I just ate all those, and they were good. Oh my gosh, these are so good. Easily the best green bean I've ever had. But I will say I've only had maybe 3 different types of green beans. So, you know, do with that what you will. But since then, it's been pumping out more and more beans, which was surprising to me because over the summer I grew dragon tongue bush beans outside, and I didn't get half this many on any of those plants. I didn't get half as many beans off of any of those plants, and they were growing in their own large containers, outdoors, getting plenty of sun. So I was reading the description for this plant, and they describe it as prolific, and I'm gonna have to say I agree. Behind this doing so well, and there's 2 plants in here. I thought it was just the one. So there's this one large one over here. All of that is one plant. And then over here is a whole other plant. It's much smaller, but it's about to produce, as you can see. So behind this doing so good, and because they tasted, again, I was in love with how these tasted. Because they tasted so good, I decided to start some more beans in a similar situation. And I'll show you that in a second. Okay, so no Aerogarden and no water system, but I'm bringing it up anyways. So I did Thai long soldier beans and more purple teepee beans. I sprouted these first in paper towels, and then I planted them in this dirt, and now they're finally coming up and starting to give me some leaves. I don't remember how many I put in here. I'm gonna say 10, but we'll see. So far 1, 2, 3, 4 have sprouted. So we'll see. Hopefully in a couple weeks here, I'll be eating some more really delicious beans. And last but not least is the third and final pepper plant that I have. I did a big cutting off of this as well. I thinned it out quite a bit. Just like the other plants that's shown to have been beneficial, you know, after following Little Tech's advice, I got some new foliage coming in, so that's good. No flowers, but I just trimmed those leaves off, I don't know, maybe 3 days ago. So I'm not expecting a whole big old change here in this video, but in the next one we might see some flowers starting to come in. I don't know. But for now, thanks to that trimming and this nice new foliage coming in, this plant also has a stay of execution. I will be keeping it for another couple weeks, even though I've already put goodness knows how many months of energy into this. I guess I'm a glutton for punishment, right? I don't know. But so yeah, It's looking good. And this was the one that had gotten really bad aphids. And it took me a good solid 2 weeks. And I mean, I was washing this thing in the sink. I was spraying it with neem oil. I was powdering it with some diatomaceous earth. And 2 solid weeks. And I mean, I couldn't let up because those aphids weren't letting up. I finally got it under control. And at this point, I really only see maybe 1 or 2 a day. And I'm just smushing those with my hand because, you know, they're so small anyway. So I think we licked that problem. And so with the trimming and with the aphids gone, I think I'm putting myself in a situation for some success. So wish me luck. All right, that concludes this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.